This episode of Comedy Bang Bang is brought to you by Vice Principals. HBO's hit comedy series Vice Principals, starring Danny McBride as Neil Gamby, returns for its second and final season. After getting shot by a person wearing a warrior mask, Gamby returns with a vengeance. Gamby's search for his killer and vendetta to find the person who shot him leads him to suspect everyone he surrounds himself with, including his inner circle. Tune in to the season premiere Sunday, September 17th at 10:30 p.m. only on HBO.
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Eagerly taking the parsnip into her sacred place, she moaned with ecstasy in produce section. 50 shades of groceries indeed, she panted. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Not sure about that one. That's by Call Waiting for Godot. Hey, I like that. Thank you, Call Waiting for Godot, for that catchphrase submission. I'm not sure it makes sense, technically, as a sentence, or as two sentences when you really break it down, or break it up. But hey, I appreciate the effort. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang, indeed. This is another episode, and we're really Septembering it up. I tell you, September just keeps happening, and I've had a few in my short time on this little ball of earth that I call the earth. Not very imaginative, but I've had a few Septembers, and this is one of the best. They keep coming around the 9th month. I'm always like, hey, September, boy, Halloween is about a month away. That's how I remember it. And this has been a great one, but Halloween is around the corner, so start planning that costume. You don't want to be one of the last people heading on over there to the costume shop, and they're all out of costumes. They're like, no, try the thrift store. They're always trying to get you to get Halloween costumes at the thrift store, and it's always just like clothes from the recently deceased, you know? They're like, oh, this could be a hippie, because the person wore these in the 70s, and now they're dead. Anyway, welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Scott Aukerman, I'm your host, and this is exciting because I've had a few Septembers, is what I was trying to say. I've had a few on this little ball of earth that travels around the sun in its rotation. Every 365 days or so, a September will come around, but this is an exciting one because September is traditionally when television shows, and not only television shows, but the best television shows come back on the air or come onto the air for the first time. I mean, you recall shows that have come on in the past, like Monkey Doctor. What was that one that came on in September? It was so funny, and we talked about it on this show with the star. I don't even remember what it was called, but it was so good. September is when it happens, and we have the star, the titular star, if I may be so bold, of a returning television show that's coming back to the air very soon on the 21st, I believe, of September, and returning for a 4th season. Is that even possible? His name's in the title. It's above the title. It's everywhere around this title. The show is called Nathan For You, and that's F-O-R, not F-O-U-R. And the star, he's one of the titans of comedy with him and Eugene Merman and Anthony Jeselnik. And please welcome back to the show for his, I would say, 3rd straight appearance anytime one of these shows is on. Please welcome back to the show, Nathan Fielder. Hello, Nathan.
Hi, Scott. Thanks for having me back on the podcast.
It's, you know what, I got to say, it's always my pleasure because podcasts are an oral medium. And when I say that, I mean A-U-R-A-L, I'm going to guess. I'm not much of a speller. I'm a communicator.
Right. You mean like a mouth oral?
No, that would be O-R-A-L. That's
what's A-U?
Meaning it's auditory, meaning people listen to it.
Oh, okay.
And
I don't know that word.
Yeah, then there is no one more exciting to listen to than Nathan Fielder. Thank you so much for returning.
Wow. Thank you so much for having me back. I always appreciate it. one of my favorite podcasts and one of my favorite podcast hosts is you.
Thank you. I'm not a podcast, but thank you. I'm a podcast host, yes, but I'm not one of your favorite podcasts, if that's what you're trying to say.
Well, you know the intent of what I think you're getting a little nit.
Again, I'm a speller. Okay. I'm not a communicator. I don't know what your intention is.
No, I just want to be
just be clear.
A guest. Yeah.
Just be crystal clear with all of your sentences. That's all I ask any guest.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I'll just kind of check a little, just the language.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of a casual conversation. I didn't expect it to be as formal but
maybe
yes,
that's how you do and run your show business career of like, oh, can I mentally check out of this appearance? I'm on 24/7, 358. I take a week off, usually around the holidays. Do you like to vacation?
Sometimes I like to vacation.
You're from Canada.
Yeah.
Do you spend vacations going back to Canada, or do you like to travel the world?
I go back to Canada a lot because my parents are there now and they're retired. So they need activities. So I'll go back and provide activities like.
Are they just dormant there in their house until you return? Or are they just sitting around just staring at the walls?
No, they keep very busy. They're big into exercising now, and they cook
like X Games.
Elaborate. No. They don't compete professionally. I kind of meant. Sorry, again, I should have clarified my language a bit more.
If they're in the X Games, you got to let us know.
No. Yes, when I said exercise, I kind of just meant how the general public exercises by like. Going for jogs in the forest.
500 sit-ups a day, approximately 150 push-ups, run 8 miles. About that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, you do all that every day?
Every day, yeah.
Yeah,
otherwise, I don't feel right unless I just make sure that my body is jacked every single day.
Okay.
You're looking at it right now.
Yeah, I was just noticing that you don't have a lot of muscle, so I was kind of trying to.
I wear a reverse 300 suit. You know how Gerard Butler wore those fake abs?
Oh, they were fake?
Yeah, those were fake. Yeah, it's like it's a fake suit that like plastic. I do a reverse one of those. It's I call it a clumps.
Oh, cool. What's the reason?
A mini clumps. I want to seem more relatable.
Oh, cool. But really, you have a lot of you're really muscular underneath.
Dane Cook, friend of the show, friend of the television show, much like yourself. You know how people tend to be a little like, oh, I don't like his comedy because he's too jacked, he's too ripped? I want to make sure that doesn't happen. So I basically with my midsection, I try to make it a little more doughy and a little more flabby. Mm-hmm. And then I try to just with like camera tricks. You know how that Tupac hologram was like a camera trick. It was like, old magician stagecraft. You know this. You love magicians.
Yeah. I love magic.
They did it all with the smoke and mirrors. The cliche of smoke and mirrors. That's what they actually use to make the hologram. That's what I do with my arms to make sure they look really skinny.
Oh, okay.
But they're ripped.
Yeah, it's definitely
working
funnier your body like that.
Thank you so much. What do you do to keep in shape yourself?
Because it is kind of like you look at it and like normally if you didn't tell me that, I would look at your body and like hold back my laughter. But now that I know it's something that's not your real body, I can be like, oh,
you can just laugh away.
Yeah, so
and
gross.
I'm not taking this as an insult at all because as I've heavily established, this is all fake.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Are you a cyclist, or what do you do to keep what you have going on?
My body? Mm-hmm. I don't cycle. I got some free weights for my house, and then I'll sometimes just do that. But I'll just do like a couple pumps here and there, just so my neck doesn't like lock up.
Yeah,
but I don't work out like have a good routine.
Yeah, you're like a one pump chump.
Yeah, okay.
So, Nathan, for you, coming back, you're filming that in your spare time in between entertaining your parents, and it hasn't been on the air for
2 years.
2
years. Almost 2 years, yeah.
Incredible. And that is by choice. That is
well, it's how like people want gold because it's so rare.
Yeah, I get it. Well,
yeah, so we have kind of the same approach with the show. It's like, oh, we hardly ever do it, and then you want it more.
So it's sort of like, I mean, the diamond industry, a lot of people don't know that there are diamonds everywhere. Mm-hmm. But De Beers, or is it De Beers, or am I thinking of De Beers?
De Beers, I think, is the diamond company.
And what is De Beers?
I don't know.
I swear I've heard it several times. De Beers. What is this?
Oh, that SNL sketch?
I don't watch that show. It's up too late. On too late, actually. I would be up too late to watch it. I'm thinking of something else. But anyway, they hold back. They hold back 90%. What was I saying?
I was just saying, I think you can.
Anyway, so they hold back. What?
I was just saying, I think you can watch it on other sites.
Oh, okay. Like CISO. Oh, no, never mind. They hold back 90%.
What happened with CISO?
I'm interviewing you. You're
okay.
Not interviewing this, and let's not make this about CISO.
Because I heard it's gone under.
Yeah, it's gone under. We can't all be on Comedy Central.
Well, what happened? Why did it go under?
The shows I made weren't good enough. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Is that what you're? I don't know.
No, that's not what I was going for. I was just wondering. I'm just curious because I saw like a headline, but I didn't.
Is it a headline?
Read the article.
Are you sure this isn't like under the fold on page 12? Like, who cares?
It wasn't in print.
Yeah.
This was just kind of on like
I don't know, man.
One of those websites.
I'm not doing good. Do you want to talk about this, really?
Are you really having a bad time?
I'm not doing well.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I'm a failure.
No, you're doing great. You have this whole podcast that's been going on forever.
Podcast? Like, I want to be podcast famous? I want to be television famous like you.
Well, you had that Comedy Bang Bang TV show.
Yeah, it's so popular. People call it that Comedy Bang Bang TV show. So people weren't saying like, "Hey, you know that ER show?" No, you say ER, and people are like, they sit up and notice. They go, "The Clooney, where he would play pranks in between basketball games."
So are you poor now?
Yeah.
Oh, nah. I'm sorry.
You know how it is. You got to churn out that content in order to get the paychecks.
Definitely. So you have ad sponsors for this and stuff?
No, not really.
Oh, they pulled out?
I do all the ads for free, gratis.
Wow. Just so it seems like people are interested in you.
You got to keep up the facade.
Yeah, that's good.
You know?
That's smart.
Well, you weren't getting checks for 2 years. I don't know how you were able to afford all these trips back to Canada, you know?
Well, it's cheap, if you book in advance.
How far in advance are you booking? Like a year out?
No, if you book a month out, you can get a flight to Vancouver, probably round trip like $300, $250.
It's a lot. If you don't have a show,
I know it is a lot for some. Yeah.
If you don't have a show on the air, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I get paid while I make the show. It doesn't come in like a lump sum when it airs. They kind of pay me throughout.
Sure, but if you're not, I mean, have you worked out one of these deals where you're working on the show technically every single day, even though they never come out, and they have to pay you by day?
No, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Is that what you have?
Well, normally you get paid by the episode.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And so if I were you, and I'm not telling you how to do your business.
No, of course, yeah.
But let me give you some advice.
Okay.
If I were you, people love this Nathan For You show.
Yeah.
I love it. That's why I have you on the show. I'm a fan, short for the fanatic. I'd put out 100 episodes a year. You know what I mean? Because they pay you per episode. It's like, I don't care if it's good.
Right.
Just shit it out. Just put you know what I mean? Like that At Midnight, they did 600 in like 3 years.
Yeah,
It's like, just shit it out. Who cares?
Yeah, well, that would be good. I think financially that would be better for me.
Good. Point taken. Great. I'm glad to hear it. So now what do you Nathan For You it's been off the air. People have been clamoring. They want more Nathan. You've tried to kind of, throw him a bone here and there with like being in a movie now and then. What movie were you in recently?
Well, once in a while a friend will ask me to act in something, and I don't think I'm a good actor, but if it seems fun and easy, I'll do it maybe.
Easy though, like easy. What's easy for you?
Well, if they're like, you don't have to audition and you don't really have to memorize the lines, we'll just figure it out on set.
What about crying? Do you ever look and go, oh God, I got to cry in this thing? Nope.
No, I can't do it.
You can't do it. You've never tried to cry, or you've never cried at all?
No, so once someone was like, try to like cry, but it wasn't I didn't know I'd have to do it before. And then I struggled a little, or I just covered my eyes and went, wah, like that.
That's pretty good, I gotta say.
Really?
I mean,
Okay.
You look at like...
Maybe I should do more acting.
You look at what's her name in Les Mis. She won the Oscar for... She was like on for 5 minutes and she cried in the middle. If she had just said, wah, it's just as good.
Who was this?
Who am I thinking of? Not Anne Bancroft. She hosted the Oscars with Dave Franco.
Oh, Anne Hathaway?
No, Hathaway, yes. Hathaway,
yeah.
Yeah, that's her. You remember she won the Oscar for balling like a little baby?
Yeah, I didn't remember that exactly, but she's very talented.
Yeah. You a fan?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. You ever work with her?
Anne Hathaway? Mm-hmm. No.
What if she called you up and
gosh.
said, what if Anne Hathaway gets your number somehow? I don't know how this would work. Maybe through an agent? I don't know. Where are you listed?
What do you mean listed?
Phone book.
I don't know. I'm Canadian.
Yeah. Okay. So what if she hears you on this podcast and goes, parents in Vancouver? I'm going to do a little research.
Right.
Look up the fielders, calls your mom, after maybe 15 tries, finds your mom, says, do you have a son named Nathan? And your mom says, Star of Nathan for you? Of course.
Yeah.
She explains who she is, Anne Hathaway. She gives, your mother, that is, gives Anne Hathaway your number.
Yeah.
Anne calls you up and says, hey, Nathan, big fan, heard you on a podcast, it tells the whole story that I just told. Mm-hmm. We don't need to do it again. Mm-hmm. Says, hey, I want you to be in my next movie as the co-lead.
Whoa.
Name above the title, same as Nathan for you. Name in the title. She'll even put your name in the title.
Well, what's the movie?
The movie's like, Nathan falls in love with me. Okay, and she's the me, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I want you to be in my movie. I'll do all this for you. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fun.
Why won't it be fun?
Because she says, I admit, I'm terrible to work with.
Oh, okay. Well, at least she's honest.
So that's good.
And
do you do it?
Well,
and I can only pay you $5 million, and it's in a lump sum.
Oh, yeah.
I know you hate lump sums.
No, that's great. Yeah, I would do that.
You would do it?
Yeah, I'll figure it out, I guess.
And you have to legitimately cry.
Okay.
During a scene.
Do I have to really fall in love with her?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do it.
So all of this is okay with you.
Yeah.
What was it that tipped the scale for you? Was it the $5 million? Or was it your name in the title?
Just the whole vibe I got from your pitch.
So you like it 360. You like every bit of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think so it's Nathan Fielder falls in love with Anne Hathaway is the name of the movie?
That's a better title.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'd definitely be open.
How would you prepare for the crying scene then? If you legitimately had to do a crying scene?
Why would I cry if I'm falling in love?
Well, she's already told you that there's a scene. That's how movies work. Like everything's fine for 30 minutes. Then there's some complications arise, and then the two people feel like they're never going to see each other again. And around that part of the film, about 2/3 of the way through, you're so distraught that Anne Hathaway, the famous actress, who quite frankly has millions and millions of dollars, she's probably like $50 million in the bank, right?
Yeah.
You know that if you marry her, even for a year, you're on easy street, no matter what the divorce. No matter what happens with the divorce, maybe you stay with her forever. Who knows? But you're looking at that down the road, and you're like, oh no, this is terrible that Anne Hathaway just broke up with me, and you start to cry.
Yeah, I would train for that scene.
How would you? So you would do what? Put yourself in sad
acting
situations?
Workshop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd get a coach and feel like, how do I cry? How do I do those emotions?
Okay, so say I'm the coach. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Nathan, what's the saddest thing that's ever happened to you in your life? Like who?
Well, like
who's meant the most to you that's passed away?
Probably like a grandparent passing away was sad.
Put yourself back in. How old were you?
16, I guess. 16. Well, they're all dead, but I'm trying to think.
So 16 years old.
Yeah.
You have the faintest glimmer of hair upon your balls, my dear boy.
By 16. Aren't you fully pubes?
Excuse me. I'm the coach.
Okay.
Don't
I'm sorry.
question me.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
question me.
So I'm 16.
16. You're confused. You don't know where you belong in this world. Am I ever going to graduate high school? Excuse me, Nathan. Telegram. Mm-hmm. May I read it to you aloud? Mm-hmm. That's part of the service we offer. Mm-hmm. Dear Nathan, stop. Your grandmother's dead. Stop. Goodbye. Stop. He's doing it. He's crying. Oh my God, this is incredible.
Well, it's hard to cry because I'm in this environment with you right now, but
you're doing it. I mean, the water.
Well, there's no tears coming from my
No,
eyes,
but I got a general vibe from you.
Oh, the frown?
Yeah, the frown was enough to sell me. I think
Really?
you're good. Yeah, you're good on this. You're good in this situation.
Well, thanks. I guess that makes me feel more confident if that was realistic.
That was great.
Okay.
Yeah, that was perfect. You're fine. You're going to do good.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for that. I mean, training, bringing me back to the moment where I found out my grandma died. That's always
helpful.
fun to do on
Fun
a
to do.
comedy podcast.
It's a real trick. It's a real trick. And honestly, that's all you got to do is just think of the worst thing that's ever happened to you. Look, I'm not going to speculate about what's happened to you. I mean, I look at you, you've gotten into comedy. You know, honestly, most people in comedy are fucked up and have had terrible things happen to them. Although in Canada, it's
what has it been for you?
Well, for me, it's, there's been molestation. There's been, both ways. You know what I mean?
What do you mean both ways?
It's just, I'm saying it's a two-way street.
What is?
On many sides. So look, all I'm saying is like I have
what do you mean
I have a
both
wellspring.
ways?
I have a wellspring.
Like you've molested?
Look, we don't need to get into the specifics of what exactly. All I'm saying is I'm able to cry, boom, like that, drop of the hat. Drop of the hat, which is another magician's term.
Is that a magician's term?
Yeah, well, people would say, how quickly can something happen? And a magician would say, well, how quick does it, how long does it take me to drop my hat? And then they drop the hat before someone could answer and go, oh, okay. It's like New York Minute.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a magic term.
Yeah. You're interested in magic.
I love magic.
Do you perform it?
I used to when I was in high school. I did it like professionally.
Some would say your show is a form of magic in a way. I mean, if you were to show it to cavemen, they would probably say, in their caveman languages, I'm not going to even try to imitate it, but something like Ooga Booga is this magic. Do you agree?
Yeah. Well, actually, this is unrelated, but I was actually just looking up Neanderthals. And, well, I was interested in like early man, how the sexual thing, and so
you've piqued my interest.
Neanderthals. Okay, so did you know Neanderthals and like Homo sapiens, I believe, coexisted, and they're different species, but they had sex with each other
constantly,
and they were able to have babies.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like different breeds of dogs,
but Neanderthals, I think, were like much dumber.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we don't want to.
Am I right?
We don't want to make generalizations. Oh, I know all about it. You don't want to make generalizations about Neanderthals because some were smart, and some Homo sapiens were dumb.
I think. Yeah.
There's probably like a Homo sapien who couldn't walk around without like stubbing his toe, and people are like, God, what a dummy.
Is it? I just want to be right about this. I believe it's the Neanderthals could figure out how to like hit a nail with a stone.
Right.
But Homo sapiens could figure out a lot more.
Right. Yeah. They had art. They had culture.
I just wonder how those interactions kind of like happened.
Yeah. So you looked it up. And
or if they even knew it was a different species.
Were you doing like a Google image search for, like Homo sapien fucking Neanderthal, or what was your research?
It actually started because it was, I was trying to figure out if like there was rape that happened within the animal kingdom and how that would work, because people say like ducks, I think it's common amongst ducks. So, but then all the articles about it where it's like, well, it's philosophical, comes down to what the animals know.
How do animals convey consent?
Well, that's what they're saying. That's what it's like. You don't know,
Yeah.
It's hard to say because they show signs of distress, but probably, yeah.
Well, Nathan, you got a real weird home life. That's all I have to say. Let's
I wasn't at home. I was at Guisado's.
Oh boy.
The taco
place?
Yeah.
And their internet allows you to go on those types of sites?
No, I have like
were they blocked sites? Or?
Verizon,
this is your own
internet.
wireless. Yeah. Okay, you weren't on their Wi-Fi. Okay, that
it wasn't.
Makes sense.
This is anthropological, not pornographic.
I'm sure that all the people who are sitting next to you were thinking that and nodding their heads. Oh, anthropological Nathan over there.
What, they'd be offended by the text on the screen?
Possibly. I always read, anytime I'm sitting in a restaurant, I think it's polite to read what the other person is reading on their phone.
Why would that be polite?
It's a communal space, and it's like, hey.
You mean friends or other tables?
No, just anyone else.
Really?
I think it's impolite. If you're on the internet in a restaurant, I think you should be on a site that everyone should be able to read, or don't be on it.
I guess that's a way to approach life.
Yeah, and the best way. Anyway, let's stick. Let's not talk about your personal life and the weird things that you like to Google. Let's stick to the professional aspect of it, because the more we delve into what you have going on in that crazy brain of yours, I'm like, oh, I get where his show is so crazy. I get where it's coming from, but I'm afraid to delve too deep into that because.
What are you talking about? You said you molested people. That's insane to say about me. My brain is fairly normal.
So suddenly the man in the glass house is like, oh, take a look at my stone collection.
No, you're gaslighting me.
That's not what's happening right now, and you're crazy to think that.
I know what's happening.
Look, let's move. Nathan, why are we even talking about this? Let's talk about the show.
Yeah, I'm here to promote a television show.
The television show. That's what you don't want people to come away from this podcast going, wow, Nathan's pretty cool. He goes and thinks about duck rape. You want people to be like, oh, Nathan's pretty cool. I'm going to watch his show, right?
Yeah, but also I think people can say oh, Nathan's pretty interesting that he's thinking about what is going on in the animal kingdom and where humans come from.
I get. Maybe it's not mutually exclusive. People can think two things.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Well, let's then get to the thing, though, that you want them primarily to think about, which is Nathan for You.
Yes.
We have the 4th season coming up, and the 21st, it kicks off with a retrospective episode. Is that right?
Well, it's not. It's called Nathan. We're doing an hour-long special on September 21st called Nathan for You, a celebration, where we will revisit.
What if you just called it a celebration? It's catchier.
Well, you need the name of the show, like Nathan for You.
I don't think so. I think people
Well, it's already been decided. So that is what is happening Thursday at September 21st. And we're basically, I'm going to go revisit people who have been on the show before and kind of check in to see what they're up to now. And also follow-ups on kind of stories that haven't, maybe didn't have closure.
So this is like Shark Tank when they go back to the people. So you're doing Shark Tank?
No, not Shark Tank.
What if it was Shark Tank, a celebration?
Well, they could do that, but this is not Shark Tank. It's Nathan for You.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Potato. So are any of these people upset at you when they see that you tricked them?
Well, it's a happy, feel-good episode, just like the show is. I don't feel like there's much trickery. So we'll, a couple of people, do you know the private investigator?
Sure.
So there's kind of something that was discussed last time that we kind of have a little closure on. So I revisit the private investigator, the ghost realtor, who it turned out had actually continued on using the idea of the ghost realtor. since the show.
And you see if that's made her business more popular.
Well, we kind of follow up with that because she created kind of a demo reel. She went out and created kind of a sizzle reel for a ghost realtor reality show that she was trying to get going herself.
Do you find that happens with your show a lot? Haven't a lot of the players tried to spin themselves off into their own show?
Yeah, well, the private investigator actually got a reality show based on his appearance in season 1 on Discovery ID Network.
Right.
And it was like
the Discovery Identification Network.
It was his name is Brian Wolf, and it was called Cry Wolf.
Wolf at the Door. Oh, okay.
Cry yes. So,
isn't that insulting for them to cut you out of this as well? Like, does the person come to you and say, "Hey, I want you to get a passive royalty on my show"?
Well, yeah, I was cut out of it, and also we did an episode about that because he did cut me out and didn't give me any royalty or credit. So then, in season 2 of the show, I was trying to guess who would make the reality show next, and so I made a reality show with the security guard Simon, who's a security guard that he gets distracted by women with large breasts.
Right, yes.
And so we made a show called Simon Sees, a pilot for that, and then pitched it in the show. Yeah.
Right, yeah. No takers, right?
The guy we pitched it to didn't want to do it.
Why only one pitch? Usually you want to blanket the town.
Well, that was the only person who would hear the pitch.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
So this person, though, the ghost realtor, successful we'll find out.
You'll find out. You'll find out what happened. Lots of interesting updates from people. Was there
ever you went to someone and there was an uninteresting update and you were like, let's cut this out of the show?
Yes.
Yeah.
We did.
That's what I would do.
Yes.
Why leave it in?
Why leave it in when it's boring?
I feel that about most entertainment-based things. Why leave it in if it's boring? God created editors.
Right.
Snippy Cuts McGee over there.
Do you feel like you've ever released anything boring that you didn't like? No?
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
All bullseyes.
Cool.
And I don't mean Jesse Thorne bullseyes. I mean like right in the center of the target. Well, this is great. So then once you do this 1 hour episode...
Then the next week, a week later on Thursday...
Half hour after that.
Season begins, half-hour episodes. However... Our finale this year is 2 hours long.
Whoa!
Yes.
And does it start at 10 and ends at midnight?
No, it's going to start at 9.
Okay, that's very confusing.
The week it airs, and end at 11.
Okay, I can do that.
So it's like a big time investment, but it's like a story that we didn't really know what it would be, and then it turned into this. We didn't want to make it this length, but it just evolved into this really long thing.
Did you ever think about, is this a two-parter, or is this, better consumed in one sitting? Almost like binge watching.
We did think about that, like splitting it up or whatnot, but then we just thought, why not just get it out there?
Mm-hmm. Splitting it up,
because you have the
for
choice.
Eights, bad for aces.
You can stop in the middle and take a break. You know what I mean? If you're watching it at home or on your TV. You think that's rude?
I think that's rude to do that.
Well, people have the choice, but it's good to know what you're getting into. Because,
I know technically, like in America, we can do we have the right to do what we want, but there's a difference between having the right and being right.
Interesting. Well, I'm willing to bet that you won't want to stop. You'll want to keep watching it.
How much are you willing to bet on this? Your entire salary for Nathan Fielder Falls in Love with Anne Hathaway? A cool $5
Well, that's
mil?
not real, but
in this hypothetical situation where you're betting, it is.
I'll bet you $15.
Too rich for my blood.
Oh, really?
Give me some odds. Give me like 15 to 1 odds. Like $1 gets me 15.
I don't know. That's too hard for me to think about. What is it?
It's just for every dollar I bet you pay out 15.
If you
15 to 1 odds.
Well, it can't be too good for you because you'll intentionally stop it and be like, I win.
So like, tell you what, I'll bet $100. I'll bet $100. You pay me $1,500.
No, I don't want to do that.
Okay,
we don't have to.
That's $100.
We don't have to bet.
It's $100 that you're out.
We don't. It doesn't have to be a gamble thing.
I always gamble when I watch television.
Really?
Yeah, it's boring to me. That's why I only watch professional sports and CSI, and I bet on both of them.
What do you bet on CSI?
I bet if they're ever going to go inside the body or not.
Like an autopsy?
Have that, like that cool CGI stuff. I always bet against it. I've lost a lot of money. I'm not doing well. I'm like Norm Macdonald, who just, I've wasted my entire fortune.
Is that what happened with him?
Yeah. He talks about it. Anyway.
Oh.
So what would I bet? What would I bet on?
Killed the mood with that.
Yeah, I killed the mood.
Yeah, it was a good vibe.
Excuse me, guest, mood resuscitate thyself.
What is that?
Meaning that, like, if you're a guest on a show, we're like hand in hand in this mood thing. I'm not like Jesus carrying you and only one set of footprints. There's two sets of footprints, and we're both responsible for the mood.
Well, you're the host, though. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to make this fun and funny.
You're doing a great job, by the way.
Yeah,
Nathan for you, Thursdays, 10 p.m., the 21st hour-long catch-up episode. Then how many episodes in the season proper?
So then there's 7, but the last one is 2 hours.
So 8, yeah. God damn it.
It's
Just
a little
make this
complicated.
easy.
I know. I'm sorry.
So 8 episodes total, 1 retrospective, 1 2 hours, 6 in the middle, just half hours.
Right. So it's actually, if you do the math, it's actually 12 episodes worth of content. If you consider half-hour episodes. So normally we only do 8 episodes a season. So this is actually, if you count the content, you're getting more.
Who's counting content when they watch TV?
Well, that's kind of where the effort goes into the amount of content. Yeah.
People don't count content. They count episodes. They count days closer to death. They're not sitting there going, oh, how much content am I getting today? Like, your strategy, it's all wrong. But Nathan,
like the last episode's 4 normal episodes
contents
worth of content. 4 content.
So when you're
what do you call a piece of something?
When you're so pretend you're promoting the final episode. Are you saying, hey, watch 4 contents this week?
No, I'll say like watch the 2-hour finale. However, if you think about it, this took more effort because it's 4 episodes worth of content.
Is this the last season, by the way? Are you doing any more after this, or is this it for you?
Am I retiring?
Yeah.
Or?
Going back to Cannes.
Cannes? Like the film festival?
No, I was shortening Canada.
Yeah, back to Cannes.
I was trying to do like a going back to Cali kind of thing. LL Cool J was like, he shortened his entire name.
What did he?
Ladies love Cool J. James.
Is that what LL stands for?
Yeah, ladies love.
Is that true, or are you?
Very true.
Is this a joke?
It's very true.
Really?
Yeah. He was a braggart.
Ladies love?
Even in his own name.
I never knew that.
Yeah. Ladies love Cool James.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we need to take a break, but
Why?
Nathan wants you to know that there are 12 contents coming out. Nathan, for you, the September 21st kicks it off with 2 contents, then 1 content, 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 then 4 contents. 4th season, which is a content unto itself right there. So you've had 4 contents of seasons, and that's not confusing at all.
It's going to be a great ride. Just start Thursday at 10 p.m. and then you'll get it. You just have to remember to switch on the last week to 9.
Turn your TV on now. Never turn it off. You're going to be fine.
Yeah, it's going to be so fun.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have more Nathan Fielder. Oh, and this is very exciting. We have an equestrian coming up and also someone with a very interesting job. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this. A lot of things in life can be a drag. If you're in the Fast and Furious franchise, that might be a good thing. But if you're in the real world, a.k.a. Earth, a.k.a. Midgard, going to the post office is one of those drags, isn't it? Lines are long. Post office is always out of the way. It's never like, if you live next to a post office, maybe. Or like above it. Although, boy, that would be terrible. Living above a post office and having to hear stamp machines all day? Oh, drive me crazy. If you live next to one, maybe you could say, maybe I'll roll out of bed today and get some stamps. Those are the only people that I'm not talking to right now. If you live directly next door, not even across the street, that still is out of the way to me. Well, thankfully, And please, this Thanksgiving, thank Stamps.com for this. But finally, you can avoid the hassle of the post office. And instead, you can mail everything from, I'm trying to figure out exactly the best way to say this, but from postcards to envelopes to packages. That's really what I want to say. Domestic or international even. You can finally avoid the hassle of the post office and mail all of those with Stamps.com. Yes, Stamps.com. Stamps.com. Don't go to Stamps.com. I don't know where you'll end up. Certainly not where you want to be at Stamps.com. Stamps.com lets you buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter. Any letter. There's not a letter that they will turn down. There's not a letter that Stamps.com will turn their collective nose up at. Any letter, any package, any class of mail, and all you do is you use your own computer and your own printer. It's one of these click, print, mail situations that I talk about. You simply click, print, mail, you're done. Click, print, mail, you're done. It's that easy. And unlike the post office, Stamps.com never closes. Have you ever gone to your house and the doors are locked and you knock on the window and your wife inside says, "Sorry, we're closed." And you're like, well, it's literally 30 seconds. Can you just let me in? No, that never happens at your house. And if it does, I suggest counseling. Stamps.com never closes. Print postage for letters or packages at your convenience. They will even send you a digital scale that automatically calculates exact postage, and they'll help you decide the best class of mail based upon your needs. You can get discounts they don't have at the post office. Stamps.com, what they do is they bring all of the services of the U.S. Postal Service right to your fingertips, which is where you touch things on your fingers. We use Stamps.com here with our fingers, and right now you can use and enjoy the Stamps.com service with a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale without long-term commitments. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, type in Bang Bang, that's Stamps.com, enter Bang Bang, Stamps.com, use those fingertippies, and never go to the post office again. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here. Nathan Fielder, total star of Nathan For You. There's no other stars in this show. He's if you come to Nathan For You and you don't like Nathan Fielder, you're in the wrong place.
Yes. I'm the only person in every episode.
You're going to be very dissatisfied.
Not the only person, but the only person
that is in every episode.
Yes.
Yeah. If you look up IMDb and IMDb.com and you go to Nathan For You, you're going to be at the top of that cast list because you've been in the most episodes out of anyone.
Definitely, yes, by far.
So if you hate Nathan Fielder, stay away.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
If you're going through life going, God, I don't want to see Nathan Fielder in anything, stay away from primarily that. I wouldn't even go see movies because you're like, if an easy and fun one comes up, you're going to jump at the chance at this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You're going to be like, me. I want to be in this easy and fun movie.
Well, it's not that. Okay.
So Nathan For You coming up, and let's get to our next guest. And this is fascinating. I've heard about these. Nathan, you were talking about different species of, first we were talking about cavemen, then you went into ducks and stuff, but I've heard of this species before, and so I've never spoken with one, and this is very interesting. Please welcome to the show, Cherry the Chud.
Oh, thanks for having me, Scott.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
That's right, I'm a chud.
This is Nathan, by the way, Nathan Fielder.
How are you?
Hi.
Where do you fall on the big debate that everyone's having of do I like Nathan or do I not like Nathan, and should I stay away from his show or should I watch it?
Let's just say you look delicious, so I'll watch that show.
It's like Top Chef for you.
Oh, that's one of my favorites. I'm actually here because I'm a chud that's a cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. Thank you so much. And I'm trying to get on Food Network star. I want to be the next Food Network star.
Interesting. So let's first of all, let's not gloss over C.H.U.D.
Let's not gloss over C.H.U.D. Thank you.
Let's really delve into that for a second.
Yeah.
Because I've heard of C.H.U.Ds. Made famous as far as I can, I'm racking my brain here, but as far as I can recall, the two most famous instances in popular culture about C.H.U.Ds were C.H.U.D and C.H.U.D 2. Yeah.
Yes. We're proud of those movies.
So, were those pretty true to life, their depiction of C.H.U.Ds?
You know, I gotta say, they've made us look a little bit uglier than we really are.
You're a beautiful woman.
Thank you.
For a C.H.U.D.
Thank you so much. I have my hair is very long. It's out the door.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I thought it was a wedding train.
Nope, it's all my hair, baby. We don't.
You say baby too.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Well, I say baby a lot because
I just know some people who have been on the show who say baby.
Oh, really?
And it's always interesting to me.
Oh, that's fun.
It is fun.
Baby.
What are C.H.U.D babies like? Not to get too far off track, but I mean,
C.H.U.D babies. Have you seen the show Dinosaurs?
The sort of was it animated or was it? It was,
No, it was like puppets.
Right. Was that the one, Not the Mama?
Yes, that's a lot what C.H.U.D babies look like, or Not the Mama baby.
Oh, okay, got it.
So yeah, kind of that like dinosaur-y, just very cute.
Nathan, you ever meet a C.H.U.D before?
No.
I've never met a C.H.U.D before. This is fascinating.
You eat humans?
Yeah, it's our favorite. Humans are our favorite thing to eat, and that's what I kind of want to put on my show. Like if I were to be next Food Network star, it'd be all about cooking humans. Yeah.
Interesting. Do you only eat humans, or are you like humans? Like we'll eat, like a hamburger, but then occasionally we'll fuck up a salad. You know what I mean? Like, are you like that, or is it just humans all the time?
Well, I mean, like for you, like a hamburger. How do you eat your hamburger? What do we got?
With my hands normally.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll take a knife and fork to it.
What's
if it looks
on? What
messy.
is it like? How do you? What's on? What is your hamburger?
What is it?
Yeah.
It's do you know cows?
Yeah.
I usually do Wagyu beef hamburgers exclusively.
Oh my god. Okay.
I forgot to tell you, I'm rich.
Yeah. Well, I can tell by your very bright gold suit you're wearing.
Yeah, well,
made out of pure gold, right?
Pure gold. Yeah, I figure
Beautiful.
why stop at a watch?
Don't stop at a watch. Make it all the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, you eat your cheeseburgers with like buns.
I never said cheeseburger.
Hamburgers. You don't like cheese?
No.
I don't either.
Really?
That's fun, right?
That's fun. That's
cheese
a lot of fun.
doesn't. Cheese, I can't handle cheese.
I'm like, bitch, cheese. That's how I remember not to eat it.
That's really. You should put that on a T-shirt.
I don't know. Is that a shirt? I don't know.
I'd wear it.
Okay. Oh, great. Yeah, I noticed, by the way, you're not wearing any clothes.
Yeah, no. This is my first day up on the surface, as we call it, the surface. And
that's what we call it too.
You call it the surface too?
Sure.
That's great. That's great. So it's my first day up on the surface. I gotta tell you, the sun terrified me.
Yeah.
I got very scared. My skin hurts. My eyes hurt.
Yeah. It's not for everyone.
It's not. It's a scary thing. But I'm here. I'm in LA.
You're talking to two kind of paler guys. Although Nathan, I notice you have sort of a more of a tan. You have some color in your face.
Really?
Like you've been out there, on the beach or something.
No, not maybe a little bit walking around in the sun.
Oh, you live on the beach, or
no? I just LA gets a lot of sun.
Occasionally, you'll walk to the beach, or
I'm not too big of a beach person.
You should have a T-shirt that says "Beach Cheese."
Beach cheese. That's pretty good.
It's pretty good, right?
Might be the title of this episode.
Beach cheese.
Beach cheese. Sun not good.
Sun not good. We have burgers, but it is like. We use human buns for the buns.
And then human bodies.
And then human body for the lettuce,
You're
tomato.
just talking like this human skin is the bun, and then the meat of the human is the burger?
I mean, it's all pretty much just a bunch of human skin on top of each other in a burger form.
Yeah.
I've never had a vegetable in my life.
Really?
I don't plan on it. I mean, I'm pretty healthy right now. Look at me, huh?
You're looking great.
Look at me.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good. I do have a lot of sores, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure that's a good thing.
Yeah, is that
down under? It's a good thing.
Oh,
The more sores, the better.
you're waggling your eyebrows as if it's some sort of a sexual innuendo. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, the more
Yeah.
sores, the better. I guess I've never heard of that. Is that?
It's a chud thing, dude.
It's a chud thing.
It's a chud thing.
Okay, that's
what,
like-
you guys don't look at a bunch of sores and are like, oh shit, I'm horny now.
I don't know. What gets you horny, Nathan?
Yeah, what gets you horny, Nathan?
Well, sores probably not as much for most humans, but
So abscesses in general,
horny?
no.
Just could be a nice looking female.
What about
Body.
bumps? What about
Oh, yeah, you like
the opposite?
bumps?
The opposite of abscesses. What about bumps?
Like maybe
bumpy?
where like a
Bumps?
like
Yeah.
a lot of fat is just building up somewhere. Or something
No,
like
no,
that.
that's
no.
not attractive.
calcified,
Ooh.
No.
Oh, keep going, Scott.
like arthritis, kind of like gnarled fingers.
Yes, like
or-
inflamed
Is
joints.
that, are you into that, Scott?
No, I mean obviously not.
Why are you bringing those up? Like they'd be.
First thing that came to mind. Someone said horny. I don't know. It just popped in my head. Anyway, so Cherry the Chud.
Yeah.
Why come up to the surface?
Well, I want to try to show people that, hey, chuds aren't that bad. Sure, we like kidnap people and then eat them and stuff, but like,
Oh, wait, you're kidnapping the people as
What?
well. You're kidnapping the people.
yeah.
I guess I had presumed that you just kind of found these bodies, but you're actually kidnapping.
No, like we'll search for people and like, like in It, we'll be hanging out in the sewer and we'll just snag little kids and stuff.
Spoiler.
Oh no!
Boy, that's coming out pretty, or just
Yes,
did
the
come out.
new-
I can't
the-
remember.
The first time ever of It is coming out very soon.
How do you see all these movies and shows?
Oh, we have Wi-Fi down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do a lot of watching. I learned English from the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, really? I bet you related to them.
Yeah, I love
lot.
skateboarding in sewers.
Pizza?
I love pizza, but hey, Chud pizza is just
Human being.
human being
Yeah,
in
it's not
pizza
round.
form.
Yeah.
It's round. We
Well-
cut it round.
Oh,
We
so-
make little human
Okay.
pepperonis.
Well, Big Sue would love that because she likes her nice round.
Big Sue would love it.
You know Big Sue?
Yeah, we've been talking about how do we get her.
Yeah, how do we kidnap
How
her?
do we kidnap her
She's
so
so
we can
big.
feed her?
She's
so
long.
big.
She's
She's just long.
Yeah.
But that's like a party sub. Big Sue would be our party sub.
She's
So-
like a 6-foot sub.
Yeah, we're trying to get her.
Yeah.
But yeah, love it. Live with a lot of rats. It's great. It's just like the Ninja Turtles.
Is that sort of like Willard? Have you seen Willard? That movie about the rats and the guy who can summon rats? Nathan, you seen Willard?
No.
Yeah? Oh, you said no.
No.
Okay. So that's how you learned English. 'Cause you speak very eloquently, I must say.
Thank you.
You-
And cowabunga.
I was going to say you hadn't said cowabunga yet for
Yeah.
someone who learned how to speak from the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
But there it is.
There it is.
Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Michelangelo.
This is a question I ask all our guests. Nathan?
I don't remember. Was Donatello the stick?
Yeah.
Was that? Is that right?
The stick.
The bow.
The bow.
I think. I don't remember.
I've
their
never seen it, so
personalities,
I don't know why I ask every guest.
Who's your favorite? If you,
I have
you
no
never-
idea. What these sound like made up names to me. Donna what? Michael what?
I mean, they're pretty known names.
I don't know. So you want your own show on the Food Network,
On
you said?
Food Network. Oh man, if I could share a slot with Guy Fieri. Oh.
You don't see a lot of television shows sharing slots these days.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
How does it work?
well, usually everyone gets their own slot. Nathan, maybe your show, you're going to be on with Workaholics and just like every other minute.
Well, we do have some episodes this year that take multiple slots.
Yeah.
Like our first episode is 2
That's
slots,
2 contents. Yes, I know.
and then our last one is 4 slots.
Wait, how are people gonna know how to watch it
But
then?
actually,
This
it
is what
might
I'm
be
saying.
different
What is
because isn't CISO? Don't you have shorter slots?
We don't even, yeah, they're really short now, aka non-existent.
Oh, okay.
So you and Guy Fieri, you're sort of the Guy Fieri of Chuds, is what you're trying to say?
Oh, if I could get that title, that would be the greatest day of my life. You know, I think we have a lot of the same kind of beliefs and stuff, and I just want to show people that, hey, you could cook anything, because you humans have all thought.
Finish the sentence.
Would I ever eat a human if I had to? Would you?
I don't know. That's an interesting
philosophical
philosophical
You crash on an airplane
question.
with your rugby team, would you?
I can't relate to that part of it because I've never played rugby. Can you put it into terms that I can maybe more understand?
You crash on a comedy plane, would you eat Drew Tarver?
I'd eat Drew Carey, definitely. Drew Tarver's a little bony for me.
Oh yeah, he's pretty bony. He's
What
trying
about
to
you,
bulk
Nathan?
up.
You ever think about, out of all my friends, who would I eat? Who do you got? You got Canadian comedian Katie Crown?
Would I eat Katie Crown?
Yeah.
You know, I guess if it came down to it and I was deserted on an island and someone, let's say Katie Crown, passed away,
By the way,
I
the
guess
way,
I would, like, if we were going to die, I'd
You
cook
would-
her and eat that.
her.
Right?
Well, because she's dead, but I don't know if I'd kill her to eat
the way
her.
you said that you were deserted on the island, like people dropped you off and left you there. Usually you're on a deserted island, meaning you find yourself on this place where no one else is.
Oh, I'm sorry, Einstein.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Einstein. By all accounts, a smart guy.
Very.
Well, you keep kind of nitpicking my language. I mean, I didn't mean to, like, make a sarcastic remark.
I don't know,
That was,
maybe
like,
it's a-
I let my emotions kind of get a hold of me there, but you have been kind
You're a
of
passionate
like
guy. You're a
nitpicking
passionate
my
guy.
language. Yeah, I let loose there, and I apologize for that. I didn't mean to.
To hold it in. Restrain yourself.
So you would eat her. You would eat her. He would eat her.
Where would you
I would-
start?
Well, I guess, like, the muscles or.
Yeah, that's good.
Here's a question. When you're eating a human being.
I don't know because I'm assuming it's just like a normal animal where there's
Do you chop
muscles
off
you don't want to eat all the fat.
Do you
right?
chop off the head? You know how, like, you chop off a
no.
fish
I would
head and
just-
stuff?
Yeah, you can, but like
It'd be weird to eat a
probably
body
bag-
having to look her in
I
the
bag
eye.
the head and cook while the body cooked.
Bag the head, bro. Up top.
You wanted a high five?
I want a high five for that. Put a bag over that head, bro.
sometimes you gotta double bag it, right? They're really filthy.
All right, Jerry. All right, Jerry.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Well, we eat it all. Like the eyeballs are very good.
That's what I've
You
heard.
deep
I don't
fry
know.
some eyeballs,
There's a
dunk
lot-
them in ranch. Oh, very good.
There's a lot of meat on the head that if you just throw away the head, I don't know,
Yeah.
or bag the head.
The
I don't know.
tongue.
Yeah.
The tongue is like one of
tongue.
my favorite parts.
Sweetbreads.
Sweet bread. What?
Sweet. That's the.
Is that what?
That's the stuff inside. It's the organs inside, right?
Oh.
Sweetbreads. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to take that
Fry
for
'em
my
up.
show.
So, what is your show going to be called? Obviously, Guy Fieri has diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah, okay. So my show is going to be called Cherries, Humans, and Dives.
Cherries, meaning your name, or just cherries? You're going to be one portion of the show is about cherries.
Meaning my name.
Oh, okay, got it.
My
Cherries.
name.
So you possess
Yeah.
humans and dives.
Yeah.
And what are the dives? Is that human beings diving into the sewers?
So, like, 1/3 of my show is just going to be people diving off a cliff.
Okay, the cliff divers.
I'm a big cliff diving fan.
Even though this is your first time on the surface,
We
you've seen it.
we
You've
have
seen it from the
Wi-Fi.
bottom. Yeah,
we
yeah.
watch those videos
Yeah.
all the time.
It's kind of like watching skateboard videos. I don't see people doing these tricks out on the street.
Right, yeah.
You gotta go to the videos.
you
to see 'em.
gotta search them. You gotta search that cliff diving.
Yeah, well,
I
this
love
is great.
it. Yeah.
I mean, we have a TV producer right here. I mean, Nathan Fielder. I presume you're executive producer of your show, right?
I am, yes.
Ooh la la.
Very proud of that. And he's upset with some of the people who've been on his show who go off and try to create their own shows without talking to him. I mean, I think it's only polite to maybe pitch this to a big television producer here.
Would you
Get
like
him
that?
involved, you know?
Cherries, Humans, and Dives?
So I guess, I mean, I don't know if I producer. Okay, well, why don't you just walk me through what an episode would look like?
Okay, great. First, we got to hook our audience so we get some good cliff diving happening. I'm talking like 90 foot, Hawaii. You got to wear your
Beautiful
shoes or
scenery.
you'll break your heels. You know, that kind
Exactly.
of cliff diving. So we get like, how long is an episode? 21 minutes or so. So we do 7 minutes of that, hooking them.
So a full third of the show.
Are these people dying?
What?
Are they dying when they jump off, or they're just jumping into the water?
They're like jumping into the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not cliff diving where there's no body of water underneath. This is like, it's not people committing suicide by
Right.
jumping off cliffs.
Right. But
we wanna-
hey, you're the TV producer. You think that would hook people more?
she's willing
No,
to take
I
For
that
a
was-
cooking show? A bunch of people committing suicide first and then.
kind
Well,
of a faces of
I
death
like
kind of
it.
thing. Or I don't know.
Ooh.
Well, I don't know if that would air or people would air it, but I was just wondering because you said you eat people, like if that was.
Yeah, Nathan's maybe thinking that if there was just the earth, what I call the earth, underneath these cliffs, then maybe the CHUDs could then eat the deceased,
Oh, that's good.
sort of tying the two things together. Because right now you have two disparate elements.
Yeah.
But Nathan, I don't mean to speak for you, but I'm willing to do that. I mean, I think
Yeah.
that you and I share a similar vibe.
Why
Scott.
stop now?
Scott,
Yeah,
I'm gonna take that idea.
you can say that to Nathan.
No, don't tell him.
No, that's what
I'm
he's
gonna
here
take
for.
that
No,
idea.
when a producer offers an idea, it's actually like a producer loves it when you go, oh, I like that idea.
Okay, I'm gonna take that idea. So we start off 7 minutes of people jumping off and killing themselves, and then we collect all of the bodies, smushed, hanging, pilled. If
So it's not
somebody-
just cliff diving.
I don't know.
You're taking all comers.
I think why not, right?
You're talking like autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, like I do where if somebody takes a bunch of pills, can we eat them then?
I don't know. Would you?
Or is it out of their system?
I guess I would wait for them to shit themselves after they've died, just to make sure that it's out. I don't know. What do you think? How long does it take to get out of someone's bloodstream? I guess you can make an autopsy for several days after.
Okay,
a
great. So
death.
that'll be a next chunk of our show. Is we do the autopsies of all the bodies
to make sure they're safe to eat.
make sure that they're safe to eat, and then we get to the cooking part.
Right.
There-
Is that the end of the pitch? Wow.
That's it, right? And then we cook up these bodies.
Right. Okay.
All done by Cherry. Cherry. Me. Cherry.
You, of course, yes, the titular Cherry. So, what do you think? I mean, Nathan, you're a very experienced television producer. You've done, you have 12 contents this year alone.
Yeah, the death thing might be a problem, but I love the creativity, and I encourage you to keep pursuing your goals.
So, do you want to set up this meeting? I mean, we know you can get at least one meeting.
Well, I'm about to, launching the new season, so I'm very busy right now. I
Right. So,
don't know.
come September 21st, though,
Oh, great.
he's totally free. It
I'm
sounds
free
like
too.
No, I'm still going to be
September
doing promotion
21st,
stuff.
I'm there.
Probably going to do kind
through
of.
the 28th, maybe. So, September 29.
Okay, great. I'm in.
You'll know that.
Scott is definitely. You're a
no,
producer. You've
just
done
on
lots
CISO.
of shows.
No, CISO's gone.
CISO's
No,
done.
you had a show on.
No, you're way more
Independent
interested.
Film
Done.
Channel.
The what now?
The Independent Film Channel. You
What's
had a
that?
show.
That's done too.
You did.
I'm out of
You've
the
done much more episodes than I have.
So I'll see you
My-
September
many more
21st.
Probably done
contents.
hundreds.
I did 110 contents with Comedy Bang Bang. Yeah, sure.
And I
Wow.
feel we could get a lot of
Wow.
contents with this show.
Yeah,
we could get a
so
lot
many
of
contents.
contents.
How long are these episodes? You're saying a half hour?
I mean, hey, shoot, let's make it 7 hours.
Why
Right?
not?
Huh?
Make them 14 contents.
Yeah, 14 contents every single day of the week, 365 days. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Yeah.
People are going to love it.
By the way, if you had said 358, he would have laughed. He liked that joke earlier.
Oh,
Yeah, there it is.
There
Just
it is.
even remembering
there's
it.
the laugh.
Well, look, I think it's great. I'm glad that
Thank
Nathan's
you.
on board. We need to take a break here.
Okay.
But, and this is exciting. We have an equestrian coming up.
Oh.
Horses are animals. They're a lot like humans, but they're four-legged. I don't know. I've never described a horse before. Nathan, maybe you're better at this.
Yeah, it's like a
They're like a human?
larger dog.
You ever see Luck?
What?
The things that died. During luck?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, horses, yeah.
Oh, those things.
Yeah. So an equestrian is coming up. We're going to have more Nathan Fielder, more Cherry the Chud. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this. Are you like a boss? You know, like a boss. Are you a person who is in the position to hire another human being? Are you hiring, in other words? If you are, do you know where to post your job to find the best candidates? Finding great talent can be tough. It can be rough, tough stuff. Trying to find people, you know how it is, Cody. Trying to find great employees, it's very difficult to do. But thankfully, with ZipRecruiter, you can post your job to 100 plus job sites with, just the click of the mouse, my dear boy. Then, once you've clicked that said mouse, their powerful technology efficiently matches the right people to do your job better than anyone else. No one else can do what ZipRecruiter can do. I hear you saying, look, I hear you talking about stuff a lot. You're a liar. The devil, you say, I say, because over 80% of employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a qualified candidate in just 24 hours. You got 24 hours to kill, don't you? Yeah, I thought so. Finding people usually takes days, nay, months, nay, weeks. Oh, I did that backwards. But people who post a job on ZipRecruiter can get a qualified candidate, most people, over 80%, in just 24 hours. Well, come on. There's no reason not to use ZipRecruiter now. No juggling emails, no calls to your office. You just screen, rate, and manage candidates. Just simply a screen, rate, and manage type situation here. And SRM. All in one place with ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use dashboard. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by businesses of all sizes, small, medium, and large, I'm guessing, to find the most qualified job candidates with immediate results. And right now, check this out. My listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free. That is right, free. No money has to exchange hands at all. Freezies. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/CBB. That's ZipRecruiter.com/CBB. One more time. This is going to be free, aka freezies. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/CBB. Get the perfect person in your position super, super quick with ZipRecruiter. Time. It equals money. We all know that. Time equals money. When you run your own business, you know things like this. These are the tricks of the trade, as they say. Time, T, in other words, equals, dash, dash, on top of each other, money, $, dollar bills, you all. It's not just an old saying. It's not anymore. It's a fact. Sometimes old sayings, a stitch in time saves 9, they're gibberish. They're gobbledygook. But this one turned into a fact. So if time equals money, why waste your valuable time, i.e. your valuable money, dealing with issues that you don't want to deal with? You know who can deal with them, though? LegalZoom. They want to deal with these things. They love it. They get some sick, perverse pleasure out of it. They're weird. They love this kind of stuff. Look, I'm not going to try to fix their brains out there at LegalZoom because, honestly, we're profiting off of it. They're sick. They're sick in the head, and they love dealing with stuff that you hate to deal with. So why not take advantage of them? That's what it's all about. Look, I know you already know that over 2 million people have used LegalZoom to start their businesses. I know you know that. But LegalZoom services, they don't just end there. Running a business, let me tell you from experience, it comes with taxes, contracts, hiring employees. You know this, Cody. Basically, a lot of fine print. All of the fine print I had to fill out when we hired Cody, he had a lot of stipulations. He had a lot of asks. We gave him everything. We gave him everything he wanted, but we had to use LegalZoom to do it. That is why LegalZoom built a network of independent attorneys licensed in all 50 of those states. They provide you advice you need to get through the daily grind of running your business, and you don't have to worry about billable hours because LegalZoom is not a law firm. Instead, you can count on upfront pricing and clarity. Thank you. So invest your time and money in growing your business instead of doing all that stuff you don't want to do. And let LegalZoom help out with the legal stuff. For special savings, be sure to enter promo code BANGBANG in the referral box at checkout. That's promo code BANGBANG. You're going to get special savings only at LegalZoom.com. LegalZoom.com. Take advantage of them. They don't care. Comedy Bang Bang, we have Nathan Fielder here. Nathan, for you, coming back, season 4, can you say, just give us like the funniest episode, just tell us what happens in it.
Well, I don't want to ruin what happens or describe it.
Wouldn't ruin it to me because I'm the type of guy who I like to know what I'm going to see when I
right.
I'm the type of guy I read the last page of the novel first and I go, okay, that's where I'm going. Great.
Well, there's a lot of great episodes. It's hard to even know what my favorite is. We try to keep it interesting. If you've seen it all, we try to keep
I've always said
doing stuff that will
cut out the boring
surprise
part.
the audience. Yeah, we definitely try to cut out the boring stuff. So I would just say tune in, and you're gonna be pleased. I hope.
And should people let you know if they're displeased or dissatisfied at all, or?
Well, we can't really make changes at this point. So
You could. I mean, you could air it and then be like, you know what? Let's snip it up, cut out that middle section. Put it back on the air.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we'll be doing that, but yeah, definitely. If you like it, that's great.
And if you don't like it, then what is people's recourse?
I guess you can kind of tell your friends or that you didn't like it, but I don't know. Maybe just keep it to yourself. I don't know.
Okay. Cherry the Chud here, and content producer.
Cowabunga.
Hopefully, Cowabunga, definitely. And this is exciting because we have, again, I've said it before and I'll say it many more times until the final episode of this. This is the show where we talk to interesting people. And now Chuds. So now I'm going to alter our catchphrase to the show where they talk to interesting people and maybe occasionally a Chud.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. And this is this next guest falls within the people category. And please welcome, he is a horse trainer. Please welcome Bones McGrill. Hello, Bones.
Hello, Scott. Thanks for having me on your program.
Oh my gosh,
My name is
gravelly voice.
Bones McGrill. Well, I've seen a lot. Had a lot of experience. It's made me weary. I've experienced a lot of loss.
Wow. I had a guest on recently who had a gravelly voice, and then by the end of the episode,
it went away? Yeah, that sounds like I mean, of course, I can't explain that. I'm not familiar with that guest, but I have to assume that the soul powering that person was an
somewhere around
inconsistent, non-committed
couple of months
energy.
ago.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but
I can't speak to that.
You have a very gravelly voice.
This voice is gravelly, and it's going to remain equally gravelly for the whole time that I'm talking. The amount of graveliness will not change.
Maybe 1% here, 1%
Sure,
there.
I mean, if you're going to get real finicky about it, maybe it'll vary a little bit. But
Right.
any fair jury of my peers, by the end of this episode, would say the graveliness was
Very
consistent.
Consistent. That's what, and I would imagine that being a horse trainer,
Yes.
consistency is your friend when it comes to that.
Absolutely. These horses, they're beautiful. The souls of a horse is so much more beautiful than a human, but they crave repetition. They need to know when they're learning a task, they need you as the trainer to be consistent.
Right, because if you say, if you're pounding out, like I'm just imagining you probably teach horses how to do math. Like
That's the first thing we teach.
Right, 1 + 1 equals, and then they pound 2 times in the ground.
That's right, and then you reward them.
You
with
reward
a series
them.
of carrots.
So if you're first of all, if you're varying the reward, where it's like here's some carrots some of the time, and here's like
radishes,
a plastic ball.
That
or,
would confuse
or a toy.
them. That would confuse them.
Yeah.
And that would be poor training.
But then if you're varying the math, like 1 + 1 today, it equals 53. That's going to confuse them.
That's right. The first thing I teach my horses is 1 + 1 = 2. We do that for the first 3 years of their life. Wow. Now, some people say
1 + 2 years.
zing.
Oh, wait, do you say zing?
Well, I just did. I mean, you know very little about me, but one of the things you have learned is that I say the word zing, and you question it, you'd make a poor horse.
I'm sorry.
You don't learn well. No carrots for you, Scott Aukerman.
I've always thought I would make a great horse.
Well, I don't know you too well, but I would say that from what I have observed, you'd make a shitty horse because you don't learn tasks well. Now, to your soul, I can't say.
Right. Would I make a good chud, Cherry?
I think you'd be a pretty good chud.
Based on, I haven't seen him devour a human or live underground.
He was describing everything that makes me horny, so that's pretty good.
Remind me of the acronym. It's
cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller.
Let's go through them. Are you cannibalistic? Scott Aukerman.
I don't know. We were even trying to think about how
That's
we would eat
no.
Katie Crown.
Are you humanoid?
Drew,
I'd say you're humanoid.
I'm humanoid.
We're all
humanish.
humanoid.
Right.
Underground? Are you currently underground?
Well, I guess it would depend. I'm not currently underground.
I tell you what.
I think the U and the D are very tied together, almost as if they should be hyphenated.
An
like
underground
dweller.
Yeah,
you can't really do the U without the D.
I'll take that back to our mayor.
Can't do the U without the D. Why are you wagging? You're waggling your eyebrows again.
Yeah, can't do the U without the D.
That's interesting. So the Chuds have a mayoral system of government?
Yes, we do.
A democratic society.
Yeah.
We vote for candidates.
We vote every 2 weeks.
That's too.
What?
That's too much.
Oh, come on. It's perfect. We're all happy and constantly running for offices.
Horses subscribe to a benevolent monarchy system of government. There is a horse king.
There's a horse king. I've never heard about this.
Yes.
In
Amongst
England
horses,
or worldwide?
Worldwide. Wow. Passed down by heredity.
This is like the lichens.
Who is the horse king?
It's like you mean a collection of moss on a tree and stone?
Oh, no, I mean the sort of werewolf characters from the Underworld series.
Oh, yes.
They have a monarchy system, I believe.
Do they?
I think so.
So
also, I guess the True Blood vampires had one.
There's a lot of coronations going on in these media French.
And correlations.
Coronations.
What?
There's a lot of
coronation is the crowning of a king.
Yes, I'm saying there's a lot of correlations between the vampire world.
And you're bringing that word up because it sounds like the other word?
I don't know why I'm bringing it. Why does anything happen in this show, Nathan?
There's no reason. Nathan, what's your take?
To be honest, I zoned out.
Oh, really?
Now that means to me, Nathan, that you might make a good horse. Because a horse is brutal with what it finds interesting.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. If a horse finds you boring, it'll make no hay, no pun intended, in turning away from you.
You did not intend that pun?
Not at all.
Oh,
Maybe
man.
right at the end I decided whether or not to veto it, and in that way intended it, but it wasn't planned. Very far upstream, it was not planned.
Right.
Nathan, I think you'd make a fine horse.
I think so, too.
Really?
Well, based on your honesty.
Horses are honest.
Your dead eyes, your vacant stare, your stillness, and you may have a beautiful soul.
And your legs. You got nice, spindly legs.
You do have nice horse legs.
What's your jumping like?
I haven't.
Show
If you
us,
had
show
to
us,
guess,
show
if you
us.
had to guess.
Show us. Jump.
I'm not going to jump.
Jump
now.
up. Jump up.
If you had
Jump.
to guess, and you don't have to do it. But if you were to jump straight
Anne
up in the
Hathaway
air,
puts a gun to your head and says, "Guess how high you can jump, motherfucker."
What?
it happens.
You mean in the movie?
No. Anne Hathaway does this all the time. She's famous
Every
for it.
set.
You know the way Bill Murray goes to like frat boys parties and then gets drunk and then everyone
Yeah, or
thinks it's a
South by
cool urban
Southwest.
folk tale?
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway will wander into a bar in the Lower East Side carrying a handgun, point her right at the face of some sucker and say, "Guess how high you could jump, motherfucker."
That voice is so consistently gravelly.
Just as gravelly as it's ever been. That's the one thing I promise. This voice is rock solid.
So rock, i.e. gravel.
Yes, that's right.
So you know a lot about horses.
Yes.
I was wondering, do you know if what I was saying about Neanderthals. Oh, you weren't in the room. Well, I was saying
you were hearing it on the monitor.
Yeah, I was
Right,
in the
right.
green room watching it on
What
the
do
monitor.
Neanderthals have to do with horses? Did they ride horses?
Well, I'm just wondering if you know if that's true or what I was.
What you said about the Neanderthals.
Well, I guess there were two subjects. There was kind of like
There was a duck rape
molestation
too.
within the animal kingdom.
Yes.
And
Oh,
also,
well, okay. He would know about that with horses. Or do
Well, the horse. Now, within the whole animal kingdom, I don't know, but within horses, never. Too much respect for each other.
Wow.
Horses would never molest each other.
what about do they consent to have sex, or are
yeah.
all horses born from an artificial insemination process?
No, horses are a real sexy breed.
how
They love
do
to
they
get down. They love to get funky.
How do they consent?
They well, it can be confusing, but they just stomp
For
their
you or
foot.
for them? Oh,
I don't have sex with the horses. I
No, I
respect
wasn't
them too
implying
much.
that.
Come on, Nathan.
Confusing for me to observe from the outside.
Right.
No, they stomp once for yes, twice for no.
That must get confusing for them though
How
during
do
your
they ask?
training.
Yes, when I am training them 1+1, well, it sounds like they're just saying no a lot. It's only confusing if they wish to have sex, but because 2 is
Yeah.
no.
If you're,
but that seems like how they would communicate with a human.
Also with each other.
oh, so they can't speak.
One horse, a male horse walks up to a female horse, whips it out
It sounds like a great joke.
into a bar. The
Whips it
female
out.
horse stomps
Why,
either once.
whips it out of what?
Well, I guess that's a euphemism. I just mean more like indicates interest.
Meaning,
I don't want to get too graphic
its
out
big
of
horse dog.
disrespect to the horses. I wish to keep this
PG
respectful.
13.
I'll go as far as PG-13.
You can say-
I may go PG-14.
Yeah, you can say
Whoa.
fuck, but in a non-sexual context.
I'll say fucking like a casual. We're just being guys.
like fucking guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, Nathan, did you just zone out again? Tell me
No.
the truth.
No, I
Like a
was.
horse.
You're checking your.
Tell me honesty, like a horse.
Are you still trying to look up this Neanderthal?
I looked it up. So
What are the
Okay.
facts?
I was right. So, oldest known case of Neanderthal human sex revealed by DNA test.
According, what test could reveal?
What's the newest case?
A Neanderthal woman lived and died in a Siberian cave 50,000 years ago. Has led researchers to the oldest known case of sex between modern humans and their beefy, thick-browed cousins.
I think it's fake news. The
That
Earth
sounds like a-
wasn't around.
This is from
No,
The Guardian.
no, I
This is
saw it
from The
on
Guardian.
Maury. The
Maury?
DNA proof.
You are not the father.
Yeah. But that Neanderthal was the father.
So this is good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I think it's interesting sometimes to look back at where we all came from and
Yeah.
how we all evolved. And,
But we didn't come from that.
well...
That was an attempt.
What?
An attempt to crossbreed, but that's not where the modern humans came from.
Where did the modern?
Wait, I thought they had a baby.
This is like a Netflix drama.
Wait,
What
where
happens
did we
next?
come from?
I'm gonna binge this.
I'm speaking a bit out of turn, but I believe that the Homo sapiens are a separate thread than the Neanderthals.
Right.
But how does it work when they had a baby?
That just doesn't. That's just a non-impactful
I don't know. Though.
child.
But then when did that die off? When did that?
they might have
when
had
I mean,
did-
like,
babies.
18 to 70 years after they fucked in this cave.
Look, this
Every
is not.
baby that's born doesn't become a
Careful,
species.
you're not gravelly enough right now.
That's right, thank you. Good tip. But I don't need your help because the one thing that'll never change about me is the level of gravel in my voice. Because I've seen a lot.
yeah.
I've
What?
experienced a lot of loss.
What was the craziest thing you've ever seen?
Now, I don't appreciate the whimsy in your voice, Cherry.
He was just
I
getting.
mean, thank you for showing interest in my life.
Yeah.
well, I mean, when someone sort of sets a line out there for fishing, I guess we got to bite at it.
That's what I'm saying.
What's happened to you?
Thank you. Is that so bad? You
Wait,
said
that's-
fish? Yes. Thank you also, Cherry.
Yeah, man.
Sorry.
You said it early on, and we didn't pick up on it.
I lost a horse.
You lost it.
Oh, no. Where did it go?
Well, Cherry, if I knew where it went, then I wouldn't have lost it.
The horse didn't die. It just
Ran away.
ran away,
I lost
or
it.
walked away. You don't know. Otherwise, you would.
I don't
followed
know.
it.
You're right. That's true. I don't know at what pace
Could have been a
the
trot.
horse ran away. Could have been a trot. Could have been It could have been a canter.
Yeah. What do you think of that expression, hot to trot?
Love it.
Great.
I think it's a great phrase.
Asked and answered.
Yeah.
Moving on.
What do you think of it?
I don't know.
What are the top 5 times that you've used it?
Let's see. When Cherry the Chud walked in, I said, boy, to myself, she's really hot to trot.
Okay, that's the top time you've used it.
It's number one.
Number one
with
in
a
your
bullet.
whole life.
Yep.
Because it gave you such satisfaction to say it to
Oh, I
yourself.
loved it.
Top time.
Yep. But so
My
what-
top time using the word hot to trot was ordering a sundae, a hot fudge sundae from a restaurant in my hometown called Marbles. And they brought it out and I was like, woo, that sundae looks hot to trot.
boy.
And I was so excited to eat it. I was 1.
How'd it taste?
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was more the anticipation.
Oh, yeah. It must have looked good.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is your favorite horse? That
I've
you-
lost interest. Listen, what about these Neanderthals?
Is that why you lost the horse? It's because
doesn't
you just
matter.
lost interest?
You would make a good horse.
Yes. I've learned from the horses to be brutally honest when I lose interest in things, including myself. Yes. Yes, she bored me.
Oh.
And I looked away. And then when I looked back, she was gone.
Wow.
Taught me a lesson.
Are you sure she was your horse?
What's that?
Are you sure she was your horse?
I mean, I was close to her and in proximity for a short period of time.
Wasn't she like in a stable or something?
No, the Central Park. She was attached to a carriage on Fifth Avenue, and I
This is
walked
not
up.
your horse.
And
You
I
can't
was
just-
like, she has claimed me as her owner, and I began to train her. And then I looked away in
No.
boredom because I was saying, "Is FAO Schwartz still open?" It wasn't, and I looked back. She'd left me.
You can't just stand next to something and possess it. Otherwise, you would go to FAO Schwartz and just say, I own all of these toys.
I did that. And those were my toys.
Okay.
And if you've ever gone to FAO Schwartz and bought a toy, it's mine.
Okay. Look, I got to say, this appearance by you did not go the way I thought it was going to go.
Well,
Do you have something that you came here to talk about?
yes. I'm advocating for horse lanes in Los Angeles.
Horse lanes, like on the street.
Yes.
We have bicycle lanes. We have car
Not
lanes.
enough. I also like bicycle lanes.
Okay.
I want innermost lane horse.
Okay, so it's
Then
almost
the next most inner bikes.
like dessert spoons.
yes,
and-
like
okay.
silverware, exactly.
Okay, so the one inside.
The one on the outer is the most important.
Well, that's the one that you use first. You go from the outside in.
Right.
Right.
So horse. Then when that gets tired, you switch to a bike, and then a car.
So when the bike gets tired, at what point
When
do you
it breaks down, or when you get
You're
tired.
gonna bike until your bike breaks down and then
Damn
go?
right. Yes. I've never stopped using a bike. I don't give up on the bike. The bike gives up on me. I've only used a bike once. And I bicycled for 400 miles.
Oh my God.
Then the chain snapped.
Just
and I
get
said,
to
all
where
right,
you're going and then stop.
you quit. No. I kept going. Originally, I was going just down. I needed a thing of Windex. And so I was going to the corner.
And you
I
ended up biking 400 miles.
400 miles. I went from, it was from Birmingham, New York to Cleveland, Ohio.
Wow.
Great city.
2 great cities, as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you. Top 3 cities I've ever been to.
Yep.
In no order.
Right. So just
Well,
not
I
even
haven't-
not even alphabetical?
No order. You cannot attach.
Pin any kind of an
There's
order to
no
this.
way that you'll be able to attribute an order to
Purely
these 3
random.
cities. Yes.
Okay.
New York City,
Got it.
Los Angeles,
Okay.
Chicago.
That's in reverse alphabetical order.
Damn it. You got me, Aukerman. Maybe you would make a good horse.
Yeah, well,
That's the kind of logical mathematical skill that a horse would
I don't know.
admire.
Yeah.
You could run for horse king.
Yeah, we never followed up on that. Where's Horse King again?
Current horse king?
Yeah.
Current horse king is in Rhode Island,
Rhode Island. A wonderful state.
right outside of Pawtucket.
As
This
far as-
particular horse king.
As far as I'm concerned, the smallest state there is.
Well, I disagree. That's your opinion. As far as you're concerned, it's the smallest state. I don't think so. But I don't measure states. I don't measure size by area.
You do it by heart.
That's right. Its impact on the national
hearts.
story is huge. Horse hearts, which they have, and not a lot of people know this, 0 hearts.
Well, I gotta say, you ended as gravelly as
Thank
you began.
I gotta, you know what? Because you called me out on it, I focused on it a lot more than I might have. So I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem. That's what I'm here.
I mean, again, not that I know about this other person you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking about.
but
And
I
think
remember-
even within the reality of the show, it's been some time.
I can't even remember who it was, but I remember
either.
thinking, what a gravelly voice. And then by the end,
Gone.
totally
Pretty
gone.
soon I can detect.
Yep. Well, we're running out of time, unfortunately.
Well,
There's so
that's
much more I
probably
could.
for the best.
Promise to come back and we'll talk
Sure.
about anything else that interests you.
Yeah, I'll come back.
All right.
I got nothing going on.
All right. Well, we need to go to our final feature on the show, and that's a little something called plugs.
Let me see them jugs if you're stripping, it's drugs if you're tripping, it's hugs when I pick you up. Tell us where you're showing up.
Fun.
That's good.
That's
good.
That was great.
Theme from Plugs by Kenny Beaumont. Kenny Beaumont.
Kenny Beaumont, you sound delicious.
Well,
You sound like you have a beautiful soul, Kenny Beaumont.
you ever eaten a horse, Cherry?
Oh, no. They sound kind of fun to eat.
Don't you dare.
Ow.
Don't you dare
Stop
think
poking
about
her. Or
Don't
it.
You
Ow.
dare.
Her.
It's
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
Okay, you
yeah.
mentioned it before, and it made me confused
Oh, the movie.
whether chuds have gender.
Oh, yeah. We have
I saw the
gender.
trailer for the movie It.
Really?
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Loved it.
Yeah, loved it.
That's right.
Yeah,
That was a
is it
capital
called?
I.
Is it called It because that clown is indeterminate gender?
It's a forward-thinking movie.
Okay, good.
Gender's fluid. Let's not try to pin it down.
Because it should be called Him
Yeah. Or look at this guy.
or Nathan Fielder with the clown makeup over here.
Nathan, are you in that movie?
The movie It?
Yes.
No.
How much would you charge to be in it?
Yeah, how much would you
Minimum.
pay to be
minimum.
in it?
How much would you pay to be in it? How much would you charge to be in it?
Yeah, if you had the choice,
Minimum.
to charge someone
So,
or to pay to be in
If
it,
I
which
gave
would
you,
choose?
I assume if you were given like $1 billion, you'd be in it. But what's
Like-
the minimum?
A remake or the original?
To do reshoots
I
to
guess
get in this one.
we'll take
reboot.
either. If someone could pay you to be in the original, we'll take that too.
Yeah, probably like $1 million.
How about now? Does that mean if somebody gave you $900,000, you wouldn't do it?
No, I'd do that.
Okay,
Let's take it down to the like
$500,000,
Yeah, probably.
$50,000,
For a small role, yeah.
3 weeks shooting.
3 weeks?
Yep.
50 grand.
I don't know. Maybe
50
I
cool
have to
ones.
look at this movie and see what it is.
You're going to be a really charismatic child molester in this movie.
Then I probably wouldn't do it.
And
Okay,
it's-
wait.
And it's going to say Nathan Fielder himself in the credits.
Sounds more like I'm playing you.
Hey,
Oh.
God, you know what?
Well, I mean,
There it is. He said
You
it.
zinged Aukerman as a molester.
he brought that up himself.
He did. You're absolutely right.
So it's not a zing. It's just kind
You're
of
as true as a horse.
calling out.
Would you play a molester for
Not going to let it slide.
$200,000?
In a movie.
Yeah.
For 1 week of shooting.
1 week of shooting,
The
super
length of
molester.
shooting is
1
the
week of
biggest
shooting, very
deal, isn't it?
blatant, charismatic molester.
Named Nathan Fielder.
In a
$100,000.
movie.
$100,000. I forget what number
it
I
would
just
depend
said.
on the specifics of the role. I'm not against playing,
The movie.
everyone has their, if you look deep enough into a character, you can find
The character
a way
of yourself.
to
Not
make
this
them-
guy. Not this guy.
Why do you keep saying myself?
Because you'd be playing yourself in the movie.
But
is
I'm
what-
not a molester.
No, but in the movie you'd be playing.
Your character's name is
it's
Nathan,
Nathan
Fielder,
Fielder,
yeah.
TV star.
And I
He's
molest
like,
people.
you look right dead in the camera, straight down the barrel, and you
I
say,
am.
"This is who I am."
And there's a scene where you actually do it.
Like for real, I molest
Yeah.
someone. Like
Uh-huh.
it's not a acting.
Nope.
It's like
I mean,
most,
we'll find a willing participant.
No.
maybe.
We don't
What do you
know.
mean a willing participant?
We don't know how it's shot, but it looks like it's real.
Wait, so the person I'm acting with agrees to be molested?
Yeah.
Well, then that's not.
It's not. No.
Isn't that consent then?
But within the context of the story, it doesn't look good.
And then you turn to the camera, you wink,
You
and you
say-
say, "This is what I like."
This is what I'm all about.
no, I wouldn't.
$100,000.
No, I
$200,000.
No.
300.
One day of shooting for $100,000.
Half a day shooting. Give me an hour. $500,000.
It's not about the amount of shoot.
You would do it
time.
with $500,000?
No.
All we
no.
need is for you to turn to the camera and wink. We'll CGI everything else.
You don't have to touch anybody.
I'm not in this project.
All right.
Okay,
Um,
you
Oh
lost.
man, I was
You
getting
just lost a lot of
excited.
money.
That would have been fun to watch.
Too bad. All right, well, so let's talk about projects that you have done. What do you got to plug here?
Well, I'm here to plug the thing I talked about before, which is the new season of Nathan For You. September 21st is the first special
2 contents.
2 half-hour length, but hour-long. A lot of fun. Gotta watch.
Gotta watch. That sold me
Gotta
on it right
watch.
there.
It's one of the funniest shows I've ever seen.
If you
It truly is.
if you like the show, you don't want to miss this episode.
You don't want if you
Am I
are
a good promoter? Am I good?
if you're
at
so-so on
plugging?
the show, just decide at the time.
Just watch. It's fun.
It's fun.
Also, if you're new to the show, you might learn about it. You might see the tone.
It's
and
great.
Decide if you want to watch the rest of the season.
When I watch a show, I like it when they say previously on, whatever, Lost or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I've never seen this show before. And I go, who's this dude Jack? You know?
Well, it's not like that where you have to know all the plot. You know what I mean? We'll tell you what you need to know.
Right.
You can
I
enjoy
like that.
everything.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel left out.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. We want to be inclusive, and it's really for all ages, the show. You can be 10-year-olds,
I wouldn't say that.
boy or girl.
You crazy?
Well, what do
show
you
a
mean?
child your show's full of lies, and no way I would show a child your
Full
show.
of bleeped language, too. I
It's
don't know.
PG-13. I'd say
No,
your
we
show.
don't swear. I'm a very clean.
You're very clean, but I've seen some of the people on it. They'll swear. Remember that guy who was drunk? Wasn't he swearing, or do you cut it all out?
Sometimes people swear, but it's beeped.
Okay.
The F word's
Okay.
beeped.
I don't.
Okay.
I
shit.
I
you
read
can
lips.
say.
I read lips, so
That's
I
not
can
so
tell what
bad.
they're saying.
Well,
Yeah.
Scott, you're an adult. You don't care about
I
swearing.
think 21 and over. I think.
It's an NC-17
I know
show.
it's
language-wise.
I think it's kind of it's ironic that someone can fight in a war and not watch this show, but I think 21 years old. That's the age you
well,
want to be.
if you want to do that for your kids as a parent,
Oh,
you're
I don't
allowed
have
to
kids.
do that.
I would never have kids.
I've
well,
never.
if you do have kids, you can.
Absolutely not. 21 and over.
But truly one of the funniest shows I've ever seen.
Well,
But-
that's nice of
But
you
I
to say.
thought I'd never show a child this show.
Yeah.
But I'm holding my belly laughing.
I would rather kill myself.
Children
the whole
are
time.
also a lot more like. I think what a kid experiences one day in school from their friends,
Yeah.
probably a lot worse than anything they'd see on the show.
What's happening at school?
Kids these days, they're having sex younger than ever.
At school?
Some.
Ooh.
I guess under the bleachers.
Access to the internet, they can look up anything.
Yeah.
There's no net nanny.
Yeah, I mean,
Anymore.
listen to you over at Guisado's, looking up ducks fucking each other.
That's not what I was looking up.
Anyway, Nathan For You, this Thursday the 21st, 10 p.m.,
Yeah.
and every Thursday after that for approximately 7 more Thursdays, at which point feel free to turn off your TV for another couple years until Nathan decides whether he wants some money or not. And
He's a tough negotiator, I'll tell you that.
And I just want to say, Scott, you're always such a great supporter of the show. So I want to thank you for having me back on and plugging the show. I really appreciate it.
it's my pleasure, Nathan. A big fan of comedy in general, and your show certainly resides within that genre. So congratulations. But we have other plugs to get to. Why don't we turn over here to Cherry the Chud?
Well, after Nathan For You is done, you could probably catch my show on Food Network that Nathan's going to produce and put
Yeah.
his name on, where the first 1/3 of it is just a bunch of people killing themselves in front of a camera
Well,
live
we'll see
for
how
you.
this. Yeah, we'll see.
And
if
Nathan probably appearing in between these and, turning
saying,
to camera.
I love this.
This is what I'm all about.
This is me. And then I'm going to cook up those people and teach you guys how to all cook humans for when you get in that plane crash in the Andes and you're going to need to survive
I never asked
In
this. but
style.
I never
in
asked.
style.
But do Chuds actually cook the humans? I thought they just feasted upon them raw.
Oh, no, we cook.
You cook them.
And we have like little competitions
Like
and
crispy
stuff.
skin and stuff.
Ooh,
that's
yeah.
good.
We fry them.
Yeah.
broil them.
That's the only two
They-
ways
that's
that
it.
work on a
We'll
human.
just-
We'll
broil.
You can't
stop
make
you
it-
right there because, yeah, obviously those are the two best ways to
That's the
cook
best
anything.
way to do it.
And you know food so well that you would go the show would never end if
It
you were
would
to.
never end.
Great. Bones.
Yes.
What are you plugging?
Horses.
Great.
Thank you.
And I got nothing. CISO's gone. My life's over.
Wow. That's rough.
Nathan, maybe you got something you can, a bone you can throw me somehow. You're making shows over here for Cherry the Chud.
Yeah, it's
maybe,
Well, no, I'm not making that necessarily.
If you have
Roll-
time after your murder show with Cherry, maybe you
Yeah.
can make a horses show with me.
Oh, that'd
yeah,
be great.
yeah. I'm definitely open, Scott. If you have,
Any ideas I want to pitch?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Cool. All right. Well, let's close up the old plug bag. What do you say?
Talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags.
All right, guys. Want to thank you for being here, Nathan. Always a pleasure to have you. One of our favorite guests, and an honor to have one of the Titans of comedy.
Thank you again for having me. Always a pleasure to.
I know you
come
said
and
that
do
beforehand because you thought the show was wrapping up, so you can say it again.
Yeah. Well, just to repeat myself, I guess it's always a pleasure to come and do the show. And Scott, you've been such a great supporter of Nathan For You since the start. So I'm so grateful for that, and thank you for having me back on the podcast.
My pleasure. It's almost like you're paying me back by gracing us with your presence here on the show. And so it's kind of a quid pro quo, one hand washes the other type situation, that mutually beneficial relationship between us.
Yeah, I think we have definitely something going on that's very kind of
We both get something out of
mercantile, back and forth,
symbiotic
relationship.
Great.
You guys are being real horses to each other right now.
Yeah.
Great. I want to thank you, Cherry the Chud. Great to meet
Oh,
you.
thanks for having me.
By the way, don't eat us. I guess I should have said that earlier, but please don't eat us now or at any point.
Okay, well, I promise nothing.
Okay, good to know.
Good
And Bones, so good to see you.
Hat tip.
It's not as gravelly as I had anticipated.
Hat tip.
Okay, great.
Sorry.
Great. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Don't eat us. I see you coming towards us.
I'm hungry now.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, everyone, thanks for listening, and I want to remind you, time is money when you run a business, so don't waste valuable time on issues that LegalZoom can help you with. Their network of independent attorneys will provide the legal advice you need for the day-to-day grind of running a business without billing by the hour, since LegalZoom is not a law firm. For special savings, enter promo code BANGBANG at checkout, LegalZoom.com.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman, Chris Bannon, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.